Hi folks, myself Venkatesh, AI trainer from Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, and it's very nice to meet you all through this interactive session. Today morning we have presented a session having 12 participants on Skype on visionary leadership and how emotional intelligence impact the leadership style. Around 12 participants were there, and the session will go on to up to 45 minutes, and we do have an interaction in between in order to have a clarity thought on what is emotional intelligence and how the leadership style will get impacted through emotional intelligence on how they are getting a benefited results. So let's go with the presentation today, what I have discussed. Today the title was what is the impact or how the emotional intelligence impacted the leadership style. So here the objective of this slide will be very simple. Okay, a little insight on emotional intelligence and the leadership styles, and I'm going to discuss on you on live what kind of leadership and how should an EA to a human being that will have a great impact towards that leadership. Clear? So let's go with the slide. So what is an emotional intelligence? Very simple. Emotional intelligence is people's partners. In early days, okay, the managers or the subordinate or the team leader will only focus the new recruitees, okay, on their IQ, intelligent quotient. But right now, the young generation is coming up with a great IQ. What's needed for today's corporate world is emotional intelligence, that is emotional quotient. By research, it is found that if IQ plays 50 percentage or IQ plays 40 or 60 percentage, EQ should place at thrice the amount of percentage in IQ present in the memory or in the brain. Means that if an individual is having 25 percentage of IQ, then 75 percentage of EQ should be there in order to sustain in the organization, or we can say he can have the ability to carry forward towards the ladders. So emotional intelligence is slowly emerging in the corporate. What is that emotional intelligence? IQ is nothing but intelligent. How far he is intelligent? How far is aptitude? How far is general knowledge? How he is able to take the situation in hand. Everything is good. But what is EQ? EQ is nothing but emotions. How far in a company the relationship is, how his interpersonal and intrapersonal, how his or her attitude, what's her ego state. So these things comes a little bit rounded up with the emotional intelligence. So emotional intelligence is nothing but the emotions of yours and emotions of your colleague, and how you maintain a good relationship with your colleague. A person with strong IQ can able to do your job with his team members in 25 minutes in sense, having the same IQ with the EQ, they can do it in 10 minutes. They can do it in 10 minutes. If IQ is alone 25 minutes, IQ plus EQ, it can be done in 10 minutes. Because in our brain there are two states. One is rational brain and another one is emotional brain. The rational brain is the one which makes you to think, decide which way we need to go, where we are, and how far we are able to achieve the result. Yes, exactly. But the emotional brain has the higher power than the rational brain to make it done in seconds. If you get the help of EQ, sure, the liking towards the job of an employee or an associate will make him to do it little bit faster. If a person loves the job, likes the job, the relation between the manager and the boss is good, he will do to an extent where if you are able to appreciate him emotionally. So, an emotional intelligence is something like a people smart. So, the second point says that it is a personal attribute. What do you mean personal attribute? As I said before, the EQ, the emotional quotient, comprises of attitude, behavior, ego states, and emotional brain included. Emotional brain in the sense how they behave, how the unconscious mind takes into it. These things will come in emotional intelligence. So let's go to the next. It's a question and there are four options with you. Just take it into your mind. The answer will be discussed in the end of the slide, or if you able to give the answers through WhatsApp by having these questions after seeing the video, I'll personally let you know what is the level of emotional intelligence you have. So if you're an aeroplane and suddenly there is a bad turbulence and rocking side to side, like the flight is going very smooth and suddenly there is a heavy turbulence like a roller coaster. So how do you behave? What do you think? The options are given below. Just have a look and select your option and put it personal to me. And the second question, you are in a meeting where a colleague take credits for your work. Means that you have done a great hard work and unfortunately your colleague who doesn't know about anything has taken the credit. The boss appreciate him instead of you. How do you behave? What do you think? And the third question, you are a customer service representative and you got an angry customer. How do you behave? You get an angry customer, how do you behave? The options are here. Just to have a note on it, take a pen and paper in handy, and you can move back to the video or the slide so that you can note down your options, and later part you can send your answers personally to me. Okay, by sending the answers, state 1 and bracket and say your answer, 2 bracket say your answer, 3 bracket say your answer. Analyzing your result, I'll be coming back to you in WhatsApp or in a group personally to see what kind of level of intelligence you have or how do you react based on the reaction who you are. Clear? Good. So let's go to the next slide. See, these are the various emotions we have. Basically anger, worried, bored, confused, guilty, disgust, frustration, happy, sad. Okay, but as research it is found that more than 200 emotions are there in the human body. Yes, 200 emotions. We can exhibit 200 emotions. If you can go through your WhatsApp, if you go click on smileys, there are a lot of smileys out there. Apart from that, there are few smileys, you can download it. So in research, it is found that there are around 200 emotions, that more than 200 emotions that a person can exhibit towards their colleague or towards the second person or third, whomever it may be, based on the situation. So we need to understand what is that emotion, and based on that we need to act. How? Very simple. Here is it. Emotional intelligence comprises of these 4 factors: self-awareness, social awareness, self-management, and relationship management. Self-awareness. In EI terms, it is called self-emotion appraisal. Know yourself first. What is your anger point? What is your joy? What is your fear? And all these emotions will have a limit. If you are in a joy instance, what makes you the joy? If you are feared of something, is what is that making you fear? You will be normal quite some time and suddenly you will go into a depression state unknowingly. No person will be speaking to you. You will be happily in the home watching TV. Once you see a situation or once a scene pops up where it might reflected a real incident in your life that got negative, you suddenly get depressed. There is certain comedy scenes in the in movies, like it might be occurred in your lifetime. Like the comedy might be a little bit or little one, but you will be exaggerated with the more joy stating that it happened in my life. So you need to understand yourself. Means a self-analysis. A self-analysis means that what is your anger, what is your trigger point, what is on the which makes you unhappy, which makes you happy. So all these things, please make a note of it. Second, social awareness. In your corporate, there are few people will be very comfortable with you in conversation. They will be very close to you. And there are few people unknowingly they are not much comfortable with you. Somewhere, some point, unknowingly, you have crossed the limit of their emotion and that may feel bad on them. Then self-management. Self-management is nothing but how you show yourself to the society. You might have some secrets. That secret should not be exposed, and that might cause a fear, and you're not exposed the positivity also. So thing is that what is your secret? Secret is nothing but what are things that you need to disclose to yourself, you can disclose, and what things not you can export to the society in a whole way. So identify these kind of emotions. And last one, relationship management. If you are able to maintain a positive, very vibrant positive relationship, in sense you need to have a strong emotional grab from the social people. Means that your peers, colleagues, your group, or team members, your managers, everyone. If you understand their emotion, and if you are able to control yours and exhibit a positive vibration towards their emotion, sure we get attracted to you. So right now, what is the competency for an emotional intelligence? Means that these five are the competencies where we have in ourselves: self-awareness, self-regulation, self-motivation, empathy, and effective relationship. Already we have known these points. What are they? But thing is that once where we need to concentrate. Okay. For example, relate to ourselves. Relate to ourselves in sense it is within us. Is this within us, and relate to social is something like we need to exhibit our talent in order to grab their emotions or to know about their emotions, and socially we need to bind it with our emotions. So next we'll be going with the Daniel Goleman words. Okay, almost we have completed the session with the emotional intelligence, because once you know the concept of emotional intelligence alone, like we can able to link EI with leadership. You should have a clear-cut idea what is an emotional intelligence or what is an emotional quotient, because it is already within us, already it is exhibiting in the society, but we are not taking care of that in a right way. We put it in a low percentage or low rank, and only we concentrate on the IQ part. But right now, IQ, EQ, having the comparison, EQ is emerging in a great way. So what he says, we are being judged by a new yardstick. Yeah, yardstick is nothing but based on our IQ, based on our EQ. All the corporates will be redefining their metrics. That is the yardstick. Not just how smart we are or by our training and expertise. Yes, corporates are providing various training programs to their employees in order to groom them up in their career and also increase the productivity. But also how well we handle ourselves with each other. That is the relationship he concentrates on. That is the relationship he concentrates on. So Daniel Goleman is the father of our emotional intelligence. So emotional intelligence is the future key to our leadership. Yes, emotional intelligence is going to emerge, and emotional intelligence is the key for not only leadership, for the entire corporate. Through research by various researchers from UK, US, and Western countries, it is found that persons with high emotional quotient are able to succeed their life faster than the people who is having average and low. So forget about the old leadership style. It's very old, like brave, bold, tough, a strong sense of humanity, like commanding. Everything is a old type of style. But right now, collaborative, happy team members, and mingling along with the team to solve the issue, these are the styles right now the employees are willing to have. So people do remember, emotional intelligence is not about being nice all time. It is to be honest. In tough situation, there are certain decisions we need to make, and be honest and say to your associate that this is going to happen, and this is not our decision, it is from the top level or whatever the source it might be. Say it in a way that they accept it without any vibrations in their brain, any negativity. Vibration sense, any negativity. So for example, we can say the attrition take place, like many organizations are facing attrition, and sometimes they will be lay off few employees, and through HR part they will be communicating to the employees. So what the HR will think, I'm doing a negative to a person who has done a great job to the company, and due to this market situation we are going to lay off. He knows that, but how he used to carry it towards the employee, the emotional intelligence plays a vital part. He need to understand his emotion and how we can place it so that he will understand and take it in a positive way, or at most a positive way, and look for greater opportunities in future. It should not get mentally disturbed. So these kind of things, the emotional intelligence makes a greater role. And emotional intelligence is not about being touchy feely, not only touchy feely, it is of feeling of others at all time. Means that any role, any part of the time, or any part of the conversation, it should be a great touch. And emotional intelligence is not being emotional, it is being smart with your emotions. Means that take in a right way. Don't understand it in a wrong way, and please do take it in a right way. So next slide. What are the benefits in emotional intelligence? Great career success, strong personal relationship, optimist and confidence, and better health. Yes, if you have a good EI, you'll be succeeding in a great level. And professional, basically it is good for leaders in sense team leaders, project managers, COO, CTO, and across all the streams, this emotional intelligence plays a vital role. Not only the people who is in the production, but also in different streams like HR, marketing, finance, system, and sales, marketing, brand management, store, whomever the employees are working with as a team or individual, the emotional intelligence has a high impact towards them. So right now we can discuss about leaders. In our slides, there are a lot of leaders. Abdul Kalam, Dhirubhai Ambani, Gandhiji, and Obama, and few Western leaders. How they have succeeded, it's not only through their power, the way they have exactly like the way they have taken the message to the people, the way they have taken their principles to the people, the way they have taken their ideas to the people. So how they have did it? Having the great emotional intelligence and having the need or knowledge about the people around them. So now let us see a few leadership styles that EA has an impact towards them. So here you might see 6 leadership styles. They are visionary leaders and collaborative leaders or affiliative leaders, democratic leaders and coaching, pacemaker or pace setting, and the commanding leader. So in a short, I will describe you what is the leadership style prevailing in each organization. A person who is having a visionary leader in sense, he should have the following attributes. Means that a visionary leader will always have a vision, and he will communicate that vision properly to their team members and help the team how to get into that vision or how we can achieve that vision. So a visionary leader will say, this is the output which I require. How you can have that output? Very simple, search on these areas and how to search. A visionary leader, the best example in India, we can say APJ Abdul Kalam, our past president of India. So he has done various research programs in defense and in ISRO, like Indian Space Research Organization. He has done great achievements through missile missions and rocket missions. So every time he drives the team, he will be a visionary leader and helps the team to achieve the vision, and he will set a path how to achieve that. And the affiliative leadership is nothing but a cooperative leader. And cooperative leader, through his behavior, we can easily find out. Very simple, he will be always with the team. Even though if you provide a separate space or room for that person, He'll be staying with the employees. He'll be keep on discussing about the productivity. He will be go down to the earth if there is any hurdle to an employee to clear the bug or to achieve his result, and he will give great advice to the team how to go great or how to get a best and positive result in a meantime. And comes the democratic leader. The democratic leader, the emotions are very neutral, that they'll give equal chances to all the team or all the members in the team. For example, a positive goer will have a great discussion as well as a negative goer will have a great discussion. So the positive goer will be showing his productivity in a great way, and the leader, the democratic leader, will give him a feedback or insight how to improve more. Whereas a person who is his productivity is quite a bit low or he's in something into negative in sense, the leader will give some insight how to change that negative, and he will be along with him until he moves to the positive situation, and he will be awaiting for the result to give a great feedback. And the coacher, very simple, not only discussion, he'll be always monitoring on the practical results. He'll be keen focused on your practical results, and every time how we can improve. These are the terms which runs in his mind. Even though if you achieve 100 percentage, the coach leadership style will say that how we can achieve 110. Then what is the next level? 120, the next 130. So keep on, he will be mentoring you, and he will be having a great relationship with you, and in terms of productivity or in terms of any outcome, the results will speak a lot to him. The pace setter, is the one who will be always monitoring between the high performance and the poor performance. Initially, he'll be setting a great pace or great base, and he'll be giving guidelines how to achieve the productivity or the results. More often, the pace setters will be always taking the jobs from the people who is a slow performer, and until he achieves the great results or until he speeds up, they'll be guiding them, they'll be leading them to achieve the better productivity. Then the decision making is on their own. The commanding leader is very simple. It's a kind of old leadership style where they used to command and get the productive or get the results. And the last one is the negative type of leadership called laissez-faire leadership. Means that either they will flight or fight towards the situation, and these leadership style, okay, or these leaders will never accept any blame on their side, even though they have or not, or they will levy the team to have a decision and how to bring the productivity out. These kind of people, they will never take chances to get into risk, and they will be always very conscious in order to get a positivity not from the team on themselves. And if the team is going any wrong in sense, they will take a different path in order to make the team on the forefeet and put them in the back. So these styles, okay, now 1 2 3 4 5 6 6 plus 1, 7 leadership styles are there identified through emotional intelligence. Now let us speak how this EI or how should be your EI while you go with these kind of leaders in your organization. Very simple. A visionary leader, affiliative, democratic, coaching. Don't bother about your self emotions. They will accept your emotions, but you should be very keen on their emotion part. Means that if you are in a joy, if you are in an anger, try to have a little control over that in order to exhibit towards them. If you are in a joy, don't go with 100% or 150% of joy to exhibit it in the organization or with the team or where the leaders are being present. Okay, control, and sure you can exhibit your joy, and if they are giving some response, control your emotions and understand their emotions in order to receive the message. If you have counterfeit or counterpart of emotions is being given back to them, their response will change, and the relationship might affect or will affect if their response or their emotion is taken for granted. So the pace setter, the commander, and the laissez-faire, these three type of people kindly have emotions in your control. Means that don't exhibit your emotions at all. Better be a team member and accept the challenges what they give, or accept the words what they have, and give 100% guarantee that their emotion is not affected. Means means you need to control, you need to have a great control on your emotions, and you need to understand their emotions and acknowledge their emotions first, then your emotions. They'll be forfeiting, they'll be very strong in their emotions, they will be very strong in their ego state, and once their ego is been bothered, or if it is been disturbed in sense, then you need to face the critical consequences. I believe through my research I found. So first three, you are very user friendly, and the next three are little bit user friendly, and you need to take care of their ego stage a lot. If you are able to understand, first three is your emotions is the great part, and the next three is their emotions is into the great part. So understand that, based on that change your behavior, change the way you speak to them, change the communication pattern, that love makes them to love you. If you are able to do that, sure, you will be the best pal in that organization. So so here is a slide you can go through. So I have given a clear picture on what is the style and what is their goal will be, and what occasion and what outcome will be there for each style. So starts with affiliative to the visionary. You can go this slide. So these slide will give an input, like you can, from this slide you can find out how is your boss or who is your boss and what kind of style he is into. Sure, you will have an insight on how to control your emotions, or social awareness, or relationship management, in whatever the terms you call it up as, and have that presentation great and make things done. So now I have given a chart on leadership what we have discussed, and it starts with affiliative to visionary. So based on this input, please do have an analysis of your manager, because right now you will have an idea who is your manager and what kind of emotions you have, and based on that take this as an input, and please exhibit the same in towards your organization and find out the results. If it is good, please carry on. If it is not, understand their emotions first, then place your emotions second, and if it goes with the match, carry forward it to get a positive or desired result. Now we'll see a quote by our visionary leader APJ Abdul Kalam, that he says in the last line, like, it requires leadership and heartfelt commitment. If you go through the words, he says vision and mission is very great, and it is the one which drives the commitment or the people. And he says that the leadership and heartfelt commitment only gives a positive result for that drive. So heartfelt commitment is nothing but a liking towards the job which you do, the liking towards the organization, the liking towards the culture, the liking towards the relationship. Everything comes in part. So these are the few people over there, like they are based on the ranks. So how many of them have personally driven the society, and how many of them have socially driven the society? So through these pics, you might see these are the major leaders or great emirates. So thank you people, thank you for your precious time, and here is my Facebook link. Please do click on it, and that is given my WhatsApp number. Kindly provide your response to that WhatsApp number, having your name, your age, your email ID, your designation, and what is your response. And based on that, I'll be having the scores, and the scores will be communicated to you in person, and you will know what is the level of intelligence you have based on that questions. And thank you very much, very nice of you, and I'm very happy to interact with you or having a discussion on the topic through this network. And nice of you, see you soon, and please do be in touch. Have a great day, have a great year. Bye bye.